to Midwest Paranormal Videocast presents Paranormal Soup. We're going to be doing paranormal photo bombs tonight. We're going to be looking at some of our group's photos that we've gotten, and then we're going to look at some of the weird web photos out there circulating around the last few years, or actually a long time. We're going to do some classic photos we're going to look at tonight. So this is all about paranormal photo bombs. So join us in just a few minutes. All right, so tonight we're gonna have some guests with us. Right now I got Judy and Todd with me, and Michael. Judy's an investigator with me with Midwest Paranormal, and Todd is a person we've done a couple investigations with at his photo studio in LaPorte County, Indiana, where we're based out of. And then Michael's a new friend and guest that we're having on tonight, who's done some paranormal research. I believe he's got some evidence to share with us tonight, some photos and that, and we'll get to him in just a little bit. But first off, we're going to do the World Wide Web of Weird here in a minute, and look at some of the strange pictures and that have circled the web later on in the show. First, let's do some YouTube stuff that's been circulating in the web. And I'm your host, Jason Bland. Make sure I mention that. Let's see. All right. Judy, Todd, are you guys there?
I am indeed.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. You ready for some weird web stuff?
I can't see it, but yeah.
Oh, dang it, Judy. It's still not working, huh? So you're not seeing the screen share?
I'm seeing the back of my head, or the back of what's behind my head.
Well, keep seeing if you can mess around with it, and I don't know if there's anything else you can do. I know it goes in and out for you. Well, that sucks, because hopefully it gets working at some point for you, because the whole point of the show is going to be looking at photos.
I know.
So I hope you can get it working. All right, so...
it's got to be some local setting on her end.
Yeah.
Here in my garage, just
mute this guy. Coming up here, this is a video taken in Chicago this month. He took a couple photos when he was at night of a triangular-shaped UFO.
On May 2nd, 2015, we received a message from a man named Walter Rand, who by all accounts is just your average blue-collar guy living in Chicago, Illinois, working to support his family of 4. Due to the usual email backlog we have from getting new messages and information from all of our loyal viewers, it took us a YouTube inbox, frantically trying to get a hold of us.
Now you can't see
lost. He said Illinois.
Described a set of photographs that he had taken on the night of May 4th.
They'll enhance the photo. It's really hard to see
in which he said
with
that
the actual photo. When they lighten it up, you'll
see
see
a cigarette on his front porch, and noticed sitting completely stationary in the sky above his home, an almost nearly invisible but still discernible black triangular craft, just sitting in midair, suspended, without any movement whatsoever. Now, being that Walter always had his cell phone clipped onto his belt, he took it off and quickly snapped some pictures of the object.
It don't get much grainier than that, Todd, for you.
But with a low light, it made it basically virtually impossible.
That's exactly what I look for in UFO photos, the grainiest possible.
It was for him to see this thing above his home, which in his
now
words,
this here, you see, it's lighting up on the bottom of it, and they're going to
he
show
said that
it
as
here
he
in a
gazed
second.
up into the sky, that he noticed what looked like an outline of a triangular shape that was slightly darker in color than the surrounding sky. He thought that his eyes were playing tricks on him, and it was only after he snapped the images and took a second look at them that he did realize that this was anything but a hallucination. He sent the images to us here at Secure Team, and by simply increasing the exposure and contrast on the images, we were able to bring out an absolutely shocking depiction of what this giant black stationary craft actually looked like, as Walter saw it that night. Here we will show you the 3 images that were taken.
Let me see if I can get it fast forward to where it gets there.
Very last image you'll see in this video, in which Mr. Rand was able to capture the craft at an angle almost directly below it. wherein which you can see actual glowing white lights emanating from the bottom of this craft. According to Mr. Rand, the craft was completely still in the sky, as if it were cemented into a brick wall. No movement at all. The craft was gone within minutes of the sighting. He basically took the images, went into his laptop computer, downloaded the images onto his computer, went back outside, and the craft was gone.
So yeah, pretty interesting. It's the newest UFO footage out there. I always try to find the most recent stuff sometimes to do with the current things. What do you guys think of the photo?
Interesting.
I've got it now.
Wow.
You can see it. Awesome. So what do you think, Judy?
I'm iffy on the UFO stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Too easy to duplicate it.
We're picking up audio back through your end. It's looping.
Who, my end?
No, Jason's.
Looping? I'm not hearing any loop.
Yeah, it was, at least I was hearing it. It was causing an echo. I was hearing it on Judy's when she was talking.
I heard it.
You keyed up as well.
Yeah, I heard the echo too.
Oh, how am I?
I'm not hearing it now.
Okay. Weird. Okay.
It's gone, whatever it was.
All right, so let's move on. We've done our UFO for the night. Most recent thing. This one, I don't know how recent this is. I saw it, and it's for cryptoid. I thought this one's pretty freaky looking. This was in Brazil, and it attacked a young girl. Turn the music off. Creepy picture of a alleged creature. Get the ad out of here. Photo was taken July 2007, so it's not that recent. Story behind it is the little 15-year-old, 15-year-old's not that little, girl was attacked by this creature. You know, 15-year-old girl, I'd wet my pants if something like that came out of the water. You know, I'd lose all dignity right there, for sure. You know, what the heck?
That looks like it could be a costume to me.
Yeah. Well, somebody was pulling a prank, man. And they sure as hell was trying to scare the crap out of somebody pretty good.
Yeah.
Supposedly this thing grabbed her to hold on to her. I'll pause this. Supposedly this thing grabbed her and attempted to hold her and put her in mud in her face and hair. She said she couldn't get away from it by pulling, so she got a firm hold and tackled it. She tackled it, a 15-year-old girl, causing it to lose balance, thus allowing her to escape. Yeah.
It's if you take a good look at the photo, it's kind of cropped off at the knee. That's just in my opinion, a very poor Photoshop job.
You don't think it's in the mud or water? Because it's in the water.
Looks like a bad blend to me.
Okay. Well, wouldn't be surprised.
More look at the haloing above the shoulders and around. It's a nifty cutout, but I don't know. And it could be, so you could have taken somebody and threw them out there in the mud, but where's the entry? There's no trail going in or anything, so.
Yeah, it's just like emanating from the water.
Yeah, it just appeared there, so.
India and Brazil, man, they got some weird stuff that comes out of both those countries. I've been watching all the paranormal videos I do prepping for this show. I see so much weird stuff come out of there. Hold on, I just got a thing from Michael's wife about sending me some stuff. Okay, cool. Of course, I don't know. Sorry, typing a message here. Let me go to the next one. This one here, this was surfing on the web, but this guy comes up with the reason for it. This guy's so.
Is it an alien, a prank, or some new alien hybrid creature? So what's the deal with this creature caught on tape? A Chinese tourist was camping with friends outside of Beijing when he spotted something in the woods. He snuck over and snapped a few photos of it before escaping in fear. The tourist then uploaded the creepy images to the internet to get some help in determining the origins of his discovery. He was quoted saying, "I walked far away to have a peek and suddenly saw a monster. I took a few pictures of it, but now I am terrified by my courage then." A comment on a photo later revealed that this creature was just an actor who actually wrote, "Over the weekend, I and my friends went to the mountains to take a mini sci-fi film. And when I was having a pee, a person popped up and took pictures of me and shot away." Well, I was disappointed to find that out. So that's how a lot of these mysteries.
I like his shirt there, man. So yeah, that one supposedly explained by a sci-fi actor in a costume taking a dump or a pee or whatever. So I've seen that one circling around a while, and that's the first one I saw that said, "Oh, here's an explanation for it." And I don't know how true the explanation is. I mean, that could be a bunch of crap too. You don't know. All right,
It looked like he was taking a pee and got caught.
Yeah, he does look like he's taking a dump. You know, it's either a woodland creature taking a dump, or it's like a, you know, you think he would have talked to him, really screwed with him. But he's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
All right, probably afraid he might get shot by whoever's out there. I mean, you walk around out that in the woods, and then some guy's out there with a gun, you know, being Mr. "I'm gonna kill that thing," and then you get shot. Boy, so I thought about people dressed up as Bigfoot and going out in the woods. I'm like, you're gonna get shot.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so let's see. This is a more recent one. This is security footage at a parking lot. It's going to be over here in the corner. To me, it looks like digital delay. Like somebody had a composite program and put it over the actual security footage. Do that again.
I think I've seen this one before.
Yeah, I saw this one pop up recently, so I don't know how old it is. I didn't put a date on it. Here. That's my videos for the our new section of the program. Let me go here, sharing the screen. And do we got Josh in there? I see his mic's muted. Are you there, Josh? Can you unmute your mic? Or do you unmute you? Let me see if I can unmute him. I hear some weird sound. I don't know if that's him.
Nice graphics. Or swing metrics from my Garmin S6.
What is
Calculates
that?
tempo and power. It even has tempo training. Can I try it?
Oh, that's my YouTube. That was my YouTube feed. All right, you there, Josh?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. This is
Alright.
Josh Myers. He is the president of Midwest Paranormal, our happy little group. Goot's supposed to be getting on too. He was on his way home, so I don't know where he's at the moment. I have to check my messages while I'm doing this. All right. So we're doing paranormal photos tonight. I'm going to have to go to screen share again to start to do that. But we do have some interesting photos to share. I have one I can't wait to share that I got permission from a client from a year ago. We actually never got to investigate her house. We just did the walkthrough, and we had scheduling problems. But she gave me permission to show the photo tonight, so we're going to look at that. It's probably one of the best ones I've seen that a client's given me. And then we have some unusual, I will admit, orb photos, but and we're not a big group about orbs, but there's some tying weird things with it. And then one of the orb photos, or multiple ones, there seems to be another image that we just noticed in that those photos, a face in the background, and this took place at Dune Summer Theater. So we're going to look at those too, and then we have Michael has some stuff he's been sending me through Messenger. I'm hoping that will work. I think I can show those on the screen share when I go to my Facebook. So we'll be able to look at his pictures, I hope. Otherwise, we'll have to finagle around and see if there's another way we can get those pictures up. This is my first time showing photos from other people on the show. It's easy for me to do audio. The photos, figuring out how to show them might be a little difficult at times. All right, so let's get started. Let me get back to the screen share again, and we'll start looking at some of the photos out there. And then after we've done looking at the photos, we're going to go over some of the photos, if we've got time left in the show, of that classic ghost photos tonight. The Lady in Brown or Gray Lady. There's so many out there. I mean, you can go on forever. We could look at other people's ghost photos all night long. So I'm saving that to see how much room we have left. I want to get to our stuff first. Maybe our stuff isn't as great as some of those great ones out there, but I think it's interesting. So let me get the screen share up. Come on now. Are you guys seeing it? Seeing Paranormal Soup?
Yeah, I see.
Now I do.
Okay.
And Jason, you've got an audio feed. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you see I'm talking about getting audio on your end.
I have no idea.
Back echoes again.
Yep.
All right, I turned my mic down. Is that better?
Let's see. Nope.
No.
I have no idea.
Is YouTube open?
I don't think so. I don't have it. I'll close. I don't want to close that down. All right.
You're not echoing. Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, everything we say is transmitting on your end.
Huh. How about now?
I don't know. Yep. I can see it. And hear it.
How about now?
I see it.
How about now?
I see the Midwest Paranormal, yeah.
No, but do you hear the echo?
Yes.
Ah, damn it.
But not as bad. It's way in the distance.
Is that better?
It's better on my end.
Todd?
I think it's good now. It was coming through on your end. I don't know what else was picking up audio there.
I don't know. Now I can't hear myself very well, but I can hear myself I can't hear my own voice, so I turned that off so I can't hear myself, but I can hear you guys, so hopefully that'll stop it.
Oh, that could have been it if it was headphones or speakers picking up your microphone.
I've done it every time before, never had a problem, so I don't know. All right, let's get to the photo, or let's get to our photos here.
I'd just like to comment about the 9,711 unread emails. That's wow.
That email goes back pretty far, man.
That's dedication.
Yeah. I have multiple emails, but that's the main one. All right, can you guys see the photos? At least one photo yet? All right.
I do see it.
Now these are the ones I posted on our gallery. I can show more of them actually through my Facebook. Let me try my Facebook really quick. You guys can hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Up here in the corner is also the little face that we got up in the window. And the interesting thing is that night I saw a figure right here in the window, a glowing glowing green figure. I mean, standing right there. And there's been multiple reports of people seeing a face poking out or peeking out of that window, or a woman standing there.
Jason, can you lock to your screen so it's not flipping?
Yeah, hold on. I thought it should be locked. Yours will flip, but I don't think it does on the broadcast. I don't know how to stop it on your end. All right, here's some. Let me get some more of those other pictures up. Let me go to see if I can pull up some of these. It's taking a minute.
The ones
It's taking too long.
the ones I emailed you, did you send them to your Dropbox? The ones I emailed you.
Yeah, I got them in my Dropbox. But I don't know if
And
that'll pull them up in here. I can pull them up from the email here. Do you see this photo now I got up?
No.
No, you don't see it?
No.
All right, that doesn't work through the email then. Let's go back to Facebook. All right, actually, we'll go to the gallery. I got a few of them on the gallery. Here's another one. The thing is about these photos is there's a bunch of them, and it's going to be hard for me to show all the Judys because I couldn't fit them all on the page, but we got a bunch of them like this with this orb thing flying around, and it was 40 degrees out. Usually if I see this, I think bug, but there was no bugs. I mean, there was nothing. I watched them take multiple pictures in this thing fly around. And then...
It was every time I took a picture, it was showing up.
Yeah. And earlier that night I had seen that ghost up in the window, and then this kind of appeared here. Let me go back to the Facebook. I got more of them on there. You can almost see like eyes and a nose and a mouth right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to get you guys to start shooting in RAW.
In the what?
RAW format. It doesn't have all the loss of data, so we can actually get crisp images.
Hey, I wonder if the feedback I was getting.
I just learned to do that.
Josh just texted me, said he's having headset USB issues, and I wonder if some of the feedback is coming from him, because I never had that problem before, and now I have to mute myself, so I don't know.
No, it was coming through broadcasting on your end, though. When I'd talk, I'd see you light up.
Okay. And the thing is, it changes multiple pictures. That face changes its position. So it's not like it's something there. It'll peek down.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that in any pictures I've ever taken before.
No, not at all. Wish Goot was on, because this is really Goot. I think Josh was there for this. Are you there, Josh? Are you able to talk? No, Josh isn't able to talk. He's having problems with his computer. That sucks.
This was at the hospital, right? At old hospital?
Were you there with him that night?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yep.
Can you give any kind of story on this picture? Do you know about it?
If I remember correctly, he was seeing things down at the end of the hall. We were seeing movement, like shadows, and then he was videotaping. I thought he was using a grid. I'm not sure.
Huh.
But this is what he got from the IR camera. But we were seeing movement back at the end. That's a long hallway.
Was it a cold?
We were seeing shadow movement at the other end.
Was it a cold night?
No, it was summer.
See,
It wasn't
to
summer,
me,
but it was.
yeah, to me it seems like it could be a bug.
No, it wasn't cold and wasn't hot. It was like about this maybe April.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like that could be a bug. You know, he snapped the photo up in the corner is the photo he snapped. I think right after this photo or right before it. They're back-to-back photos.
Jason, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right.
Is that Josh?
Yeah.
Okay, sounded different. Were you there with them the night they took this picture, Josh?
Yes, I was.
What's your info on it?
If I can remember correctly, this is right after George did his little drill sergeant thing. And we had set up a laser grid down that hallway because we were standing down at the end and we were looking down and we could actually see something moving between the light coming through the window and the hallway. And it was like it was doing laps because if you remember that hallway, there was two sides. So on the other side of that wall on the left is another hallway, and there was a door down at this end that connected it, and a door down at the other end that connected it. And I mean, we could see something with our own eyes. It was like a disturbance, and it was just doing laps. So that's when we decided to start shooting pictures, and we caught that.
You could see it through the laser grid. You could see a shadow moving back and forth at the end of that doorway at the end of the hall.
Yeah. I think the photo is interesting. I just know what skeptics would say. They say, you know, that's probably a bug. Just like they'd say that about, you know, these photos too. You know, it's hard. And that's why I'm not a big photo person, because so many things, so many contamination factors, and so many things skeptics will easily rule anything out on anything.
Josh
you know?
might remember what the weather was like more than me. I can't remember if it was cold or not.
At the hospital that night?
Yeah. It was like early spring, wasn't it? Like April?
Yeah, but it was a nice night. It wasn't that cold. If I remember correctly, it was a decent night.
Hey Judy,
Yeah.
are you I got a issue. I just remembered I didn't get the photos up here from the cemetery, and I don't.
Darn.
Well, are you able to send them to me right now in Messenger? Because I can show the photos through Messenger. Yeah.
I don't think so. Well, I'd have to get off of this and get back on. Well, wait.
Let me see. I can
I'm
probably
going to
do
mute me and turn this off and see if I can do it through my phone.
Right. Otherwise, I can try to see if I can get the photos off of the email and onto the Messenger.
Through
maybe.
Messenger? I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
Hold on. Because I want to show that, because we got an EVP that goes along with that, too.
It's also on Facebook. My Facebook, too.
Let me see. Let me see if I can paste it to Messenger.
That's a good one because I have an EP that goes with it.
Just does the link, it looks like. Damn it. No. No, nor that. That's just the link. Shoot, I'm trying to figure out.
It's on my Facebook.
All right, let me go there.
Go onto my page under, what do you call them? Shit. What do you call that little picture of yourself, you know, that you have up there? If you go in the albums, it's under that.
Okay. I just brought up a bunch of photos, albums. All right, what album?
Yeah, go under my, I forgot what it's called. You know, what that picture is right there, you know, of me? What's that called?
Profile pictures?
Profile picture, yeah.
All right, here it is. All right, can you see it?
Yes.
All right.
So I think that one might have the blow up one, the close up of it too.
No, it is. I'm showing this one.
Yeah,
I'm showing this one first for background.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what was the cemetery?
Miller Griffin Cemetery in LaPorte. And I was taking a lot of pictures where that grave there was a little girl's grave, 2 or 3 years old. Her name was Eva. and it was like the 139th anniversary of her death. And I took that picture, and that's what showed up, but there was also an EVP that I sent you that I got at this very same time.
All right, let me show the other picture, and then we're going to play the EVP. Let me see if I... There. Now, I'm not big on these kind of pictures at all. I mean, you know, I'm not a big orb guy. Outside, inside, doesn't matter. Pollen in the air can come out looking like this. It does have some funny shapes here in the middle, like an eye, like you said.
It's like an eye, yeah.
But
what makes it around the end of it.
What makes it interesting is the EVP that came at the same time you took the picture. You'll hear you taking the picture. I'm going to play that now. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I can't hear it on my end because I have to shut my headphone down. See, I'm not hearing it at all.
I think we're echoing again.
All right, let me try it.
It's whatever changes you made from the last time.
Barely hear my flash.
Let me pull it up.
Flash. I heard it that time.
All right, am I still doing that echoey thing?
Yeah.
How bad is it? Can I get away with it? Because I don't hear it on my end.
More like.
It's pretty bad.
I don't know how to fix that because if I flip it the other way, I can't hear any of my other audio.
If you just mute us when you're playing, the audio should be fine.
All right, it's not easy to do, but. All right.
Well, I'll mute it.
Okay. When you come in, I'll
be able.
Yeah, go ahead.
To hear the EVP.
Yeah, now that I switched it around so I can hear it, and I know we get the feed looping, but that's the only way I can hear the audio coming through.
It came out pretty good that time.
Okay, let me play it one more time.
Flash.
And it's definitely a little girl's voice.
It was like she didn't like the flash bulb, but because I've said flash, you hear and then no.
It almost sounds like
didn't like the flash.
It almost sounds like she does say flash at one with it or something, or like she, like she's commenting on it.
Yeah, to me it sounded like she said, and then no.
All right. So then let me get back to the gallery on our webpage. All right, so this one came from a client in Michigan City. Her daughter was taking a picture of her bedroom. You'll see this is the out photo here. I can't really zoom into it, but this is the whole picture. She was taking a picture of her room empty to see how she wanted to set it up, and this showed up. Now, if you look, you can see the windowsill through him. Right here is the part of that windowsill. It's got like a black coat on, and that's his face right there, and like a hand.
Yeah, you can see right through him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is one of the better ones I've been given by a client that they've taken. I'm not big on stuff in mirrors and photos because you can get a lot of weird stuff or light refraction and that. But there was nobody in the room with her behind her. And there's nobody outside the window either because it's 2 stories up, and there's nobody out, floating above her window. And you can see her reflection right here from her head and her shoulder from where she's taking the picture from. What are your thoughts on this one, Todd?
I don't know, it's interesting. I'd love to be able to see an original, but there's definitely looks like an older man.
Yeah, it's like he's wearing a coat or something, and
Yeah, it's intriguing. Somebody's having a beer.
not I.
No. Oh, it's a sound effect.
Oh, okay.
I'll turn it off.
And that was it for the photos that I had to show tonight from Judy and me. I want and Good as well. But we got Michael on. Are you there, Michael?
I'm here.
All right, we're gonna try to show some of your stuff. I gotta open it up in Messenger here.
Is there any way to lock my screen so it doesn't flip back and forth to whoever's talking?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure that out as well. In the last episode he did, when he had his screen share up, it didn't do that, and now this time it is.
Huh.
And I have it locked on the my settings. I have it locked on me, so mine is showing just this feed. But I think it's something on your guys' end. Okay, let me pull up one of the first photo he sent me. Can you guys see that? Oh, it came out small. Can you guys see the picture?
Yeah, it's really small, but it's there.
Yeah, it won't let me zoom in.
I see it.
What's the story on this picture, Mike? Can you talk?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Everybody hear? Okay. I was
Yeah.
taken on board the USS Olympia in Pennsylvania. It's an 1874 heavy cruiser from the Spanish-American War. It was taken below deck, but you see in front of you was taken in complete darkness. My associate and group that I'm with now took a series of these pictures, which you have,
Yeah.
and asked the entity to move around, and what you're seeing is exactly that. And the stills.
I've seen something similar to this, that somebody that was being oppressed by spirits in a home, a friend of mine, and he had some weird pictures show up on his computer when he's taking self-portraits, and it was very similar to this, the very same kind of coloring and the way the energy is, but he had a lot of it going on. All right, let me go to another photo here. All right, let's see, go down.
You can close that one I just sent you. If you want to put that one up, you can afterwards, after Michael's.
Okay, yeah, I saw it. I'm going to pull it up here when we're done. All right, so what's this picture, Mike?
This is the same ship, the Olympia in Penn's Landing. This is above boiler number 4. The entire area has never been restored, and very few people, if any, have ever been allowed in this area. Again, what you're seeing is a picture that was taken in total darkness. If you have the ability to screenshot it and blow it up however you wish, you'll see what looks like in the center of the picture. Right, yeah, bring your hand down a little. Right there. You'll see what looks like 3 guys in a work lamp looking at something. In the upper left-hand corner, there's lights.
Huh.
There's what appears to be some sort of a skeleton or something there. None of these lights were visible to our eyes.
Okay. Do you have another source, like maybe on your web page, your Facebook page, where this picture's at? Maybe we can pull it up bigger.
Yeah, try it if you want to.
All right, hold on.
So on my group page.
Okay, let me see if it'll let me go to you. Let me close this out really quick. All right, is it under a certain album?
You just hit album, you go down and see it. Right there.
That says French Creek.
That's French Creek. The second one over, right where you're at right now, is Fort Mifflin. Falsington is absolutely in Philadelphia. It's an 1800s. That's Gettysburg.
Oh, Sorry, automatically go to Gettysburg. Place I want to go.
What you see on the left, go to Devil's Den.
I know that.
Incredibly haunted. What you're seeing in this picture right here is in that search shot from what we assume was a battle. There was nobody else in the immediate area. It was a cold, windy day in November. And what you're seeing around inside that circle, yes, I'm thinking some type of, but I don't know for sure.
You're breaking up quite a bit. Let's see if we can find that other stuff, though. Hold on. Let's go back. Haunted ship. Here we go. Let's see. There we go.
There it is.
You notice in the center, sorry about green blocks, I was trying to accentuate it first. And in the center, you'll see it looks like 3 people in a work light.
You talking like here or here?
Right over right there. You'll see it looks like 3 people in a work light. To the left in that green block.
Here?
Finger over the left. In the center. No, in the exact center.
Right here?
Oh, right there, right there.
Right there?
A little lower.
Yeah. We'll have to see if I can get it on.
You see that green block in the middle?
Yeah. I see a lot of green blocks, but this one, right here, where my hand thing's pointing at?
Yeah.
I see it. I know that's the first thing I noticed. It looks like a head and a shoulders. And here, too. And then somebody maybe right there.
There's nobody.
Yeah, and it's weird how it glows, and it's like that glowing. It's weird how it glows like the energy you shot in that other picture. Let's see.
Black is what it was. These are 2 crew members from the Olympia.
Let's go back. They have some cool stories, I bet.
Yeah, they did. Things about people talking to them. There's a spirit on board the ship named Jimmy who actually I had a confrontation with, and he like to shove me back some steps. It was a lot of fun.
Huh. Alright, let's see. What else we got? Alright, there's that. Oh, here it is again. Wow. That is weird.
There are 3 of them. Yeah. You see all the rust and decay inside of this. Is an understored boiler room. There's asbestos all over the place, rusted steel. You're basically taking a huge risk in being in there, but it's
yeah, I've been to a few dumps before.
It's weird that everything is that orange color.
Well, Judy, what were you saying?
Yeah.
It's weird that all those lights are that orange color.
Yeah. All right, what are you saying, Mike?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Part about it was over our findings to the seaport where the ship was housed. They called Tapston. Tapston, they were up on the main deck. They never went below decks, which is where this happened.
Huh. Now, where's this ship at? Which one is this?
Penn's Landing,
missed
USS Olympia.
Oh, USS Olympia. That's right. That is really cool. I'm jealous. I always want to do a battleship one day, or a ship of some kind. I love ships. So one day I hope to get to do one like this. That's awesome. All right, let's see if we get out of this.
And we hope.
Any other ones you want me to go to, Mike?
Fallsington. Yeah, that one.
This one? Let's see.
No, go to the third one. That shot here was for 1800s. This is the Swedish cabin.
Oh,
it's
okay.
one of the original settlements in Pennsylvania. William Penn was still here before him, actually in the 1600s. And we got an EVP from behind this building in Swedish that came out to "You're jumping on my head."
That
So we assumed that we had walked across the gentleman's grave.
well, definitely welcome to send me the EVP because we definitely do a lot of that on these shows.
All right. This one here, you see what looks like a lightning bolt or a spider web going up?
This here?
All that, yeah. There was nothing there when we took that picture. We attribute this to ectoplasm because there was nothing in there at
No.
all. We all looked in the same thing as the picture we were taken.
So you looked right away and caught the picture and looked right there and there was nothing there?
There. We were watching as the picture was being taken. The room was completely empty. This showed up.
Okay. That's kind of odd. Let's go. Let's see.
This, what you're seeing here.
That's the last of those. Yeah.
Yeah, can you go back?
This here?
You see that? Yeah, that right there. That is an entity. It was following us around Farthington the entire day we were there. EVPs we got, some, I can't even really describe them. The best description I can do is like a high wind type of chatter.
Huh.
They were following us around. We caught it in like all different pictures.
Huh. That's weird looking too. And then this.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see. We're almost at the halfway point. By the time we reach 11, I'm going to take a little break and get it set up for the next round, which is going to be all the crazy web stuff out there. Oh, I just heard a ring. Any other ones, Mike, you want to share?
Nothing that right there. I have a ton of them, but I haven't uploaded a lot of them yet.
Okay. Well, we're definitely going to do multiple. We're definitely going to do multiple episodes on photos, just like we do multiple episodes on EVPs and stuff. So we're definitely going to be covering this again another night, so we can definitely bring up photos. And if you got EVPs, man, definitely we'll have, maybe next week we might be doing EVPs again, I'm not sure. So I love having other people's evidence on, so just let me know. Just email me the audio and MP3 clip, and I can pop it up on the show. All right, Todd, All right, Todd had something here I want to pull up.
Oh, your favorite orbs.
Yeah.
That was about a month to the day after my wife passed, and about every picture taken that day of my daughter, there was a orb nearby, and with no matter what camera.
And just a note, Todd is a photographer, so he does have an eye to try to. He knows how dust can cause orbs and that. So for him to have a feeling about a photo with a orb in it means something.
Yeah, I'm psycho about cleaning my lenses.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool. All right, we're coming up almost on the 11 o'clock hour. I'm going to have a little musical break here while I go get set up for the next segment of the show. So hopefully you guys can hang with me. Unless anybody else has any other photos to share we want to go to. Are we all good on that?
Yeah, I looked through some of my stuff. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, and for me personally, I take pictures. I have a Sony camera that does video and picture or night vision pictures. I've never gotten a single picture. I don't know if that's I get my evidence as EVPs. I'd love to get a picture, but at the same time I don't focus on that, so I don't get a picture probably because I don't take enough pictures, and I probably should take more. My wife snaps quite a few with her phone sometimes, and all that, and of course you can get some crazy stuff on your phone. But I want to get more into pictures. I want to get my first ghost photo. I've never had one. All these years I've done it. Every picture I've taken, I've never seen anything I felt was legitimately a ghost photo, and I'd love to have a legit one, and not an orb. I want like the one we saw from in the mirror or something, like something that's full body apparition. I want that deal, to me, that's the cream of the crop. Orbs are going to always be orbs, and there could be something paranormal to them, and there could not be. And it's always going to be a question, no matter how crazy the orb is, or if the orb's attached with an EVP. It's never going to be anything more than an orb. And I still am interested in them. I still show them. I still think there's something to some orbs out there and some orb photography, and I still think it's something we should look into. But it's one of those things skeptics will completely rip apart for eternity, and it will never change.
Well, the problem is I can reproduce that
Exactly.
without a second thought all day long. That's the whole problem with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely the problem. You might get some of that, a little bit of that looping. I'll see if I can turn my mic down, and I'm going to play the audio music. I got a song coming up here. What song do I want to play? I'm playing stuff that came from my band back in 2003 or whatever. I don't play in bands anymore, and yeah, this will be me singing, I think, on this one. So don't make fun of my music, but I can't play anybody else's copyrighted music, so I got to play something that I own. So I guess the song I'm going to play is, what do we want to do? We'll try, the song's called What We Fear to Find. And the audio doesn't come out the greatest because of how I have to link it in, but I don't want to leave just empty air time while I have to go load up this next segment. So, all right, here's a song for you. It's called What We Fear to Find. I was on vocals and guitar. Chris Hoekstra was on bass. Mike Hoekstra was on keyboards. Matt Harris was on drums. I hope I didn't miss any of the band members there. I don't think I did. So this is it. It's called What We Fear to Find. No matter how you fly, won't you follow me? No matter what we find, let your soul be free. No matter how you fly, won't you follow me? No matter what we find, let the truth be seen. Sometimes you might hide some sanctuary. There you just might lose your mind. There's this insanity outside the door. Try to find what's wrong inside the lies. Your mind's so confined. I know the more. There's more life that's so long in the time. See you next time. No goodbyes. Dear mother, tell your child how life might be. No matter what your style, let that child see. Sometimes in my life, learning goes I dream. Just let that child slide. Nothing's what it seems. Outside the door, you try to find what's more inside the light. Your mind's so confined. I know the more. In one life, that's no love in the sky. See you next time. No goodbyes.
lives, our love will all meet again. Our 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 lives, our love will all meet
All right, we're coming back. We're going to be talking about now photos on the web. That means we're going to look at photos from the past. You know, these photos can go back as far as, you know, the early days of photography to the newest stuff people are taking on their cell phones. So we'll be back in just a second. All right, we're back. You guys still with us?
I'm here.
I am indeed.
I'm here.
All right. Can you guys hear me good?
Loud and clear.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so let's go to some of the stuff out there. Let me go to my right folder. You guys able to see the screen?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Let me find the right video to start this this gig out.
Yeah, Todd, if you want to keep it on the same screen, just click on Jason's box thing and it stays on what he's showing.
Ah.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Hopefully Judy can do that too.
And that picture's awesome. Thank you, Josh.
No problem.
I was doing that before, but it won't do it for me now.
All right. Well, yeah, Judy, I don't know. All right. All right. Let's start out with 10 creepiest ghost photos I've ever taken.
If you hit the X, you can get rid of that banner ad.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. All right, you guys see it right there?
Yep.
This has been on a lot of shows. This is a classic one, done a number of years ago. A guy, they were shooting pictures for this guy, you know, in the Western theme, and this little kid shows up, and it was just them two out in the middle of nowhere. So there shouldn't be anybody showing up here with a cowboy hat. Let me mute the audio there. There's a close-up. Looks like a teenage boy.
I do remember seeing that picture before.
Well, yeah, this first show. First one I'm showing, you're probably going to recognize all these photos, but I want to cover the classics. You know. This is a classic.
Absolutely.
This one I've seen a couple times.
Oh yeah, no, this is one of the reasons I picked this video is because it's got some of the best classic ones. Take a closer look. You can clearly see an extra face appearing in the photo, and it appears right behind, behind his head. This is where it looks like they flipped the picture around. Here, and they flipped it again. Face appears on top row behind an airman and is said to be the face of Freddie Jackson, an air mechanic who had been accidentally killed by an airplane propeller 2 days earlier before the photo was snapped.
Now that one I've never seen before.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
I've seen that one a lot.
Well, remember the squadron recognized the face as Jackson's. It said that Jackson, unaware of his death, decided to show up for the last photo of his life. That doesn't get much more classic than that photo, and this is the most classic.
Yeah, that one's definitely a classic.
Oh yeah.
Photos taken in September of 1936 by two photographers who were shocked by what they saw slowly coming to forming in front of them. So this wasn't just like it showed up in the picture later. They saw this with their physical eyes. Thought to be Lady Dorothy Townsend, the wife of... let me go back. I want to read that. Go back. Figure was thought to be Lady Dorothy Townsend, the wife of Charlie Townsend, who was notorious for his violent temper, allegedly caught Dorothy cheating on him. He pushed her by locking her in the family estate at, I can't read this part, Ranelagh. I can't read it. Located in Norfolk, England. According to the story, she was never allowed to leave the house for any reason. She was kept there until her death many years later. Dorothy's ghost is said to haunt the oak staircase and other areas of the famous Ranelagh Hall, even to this day. This is another one I've seen a lot of. The Deckable Hotel Ghost, taken in 2008. According to authorities, they've warned people to stay away from the Deckable Hotel because construction was taking place on the building. Yeah, but no one was warned about the ghost that haunts a 150-year-old building. No, they're probably more concerned about you hurting yourself on their construction site and getting sued. Almost seems like a robe or something they're wearing here.
That one's kind
Yeah, it looks like a robe with a hood.
That one's kind of hard to actually make out.
The hotel in Romania is rumored to hide ancient treasure, and said the ghost appears to protect it from the treasure hunters. Lord Cumbermere, I say his name. Photograph was taken in 1891 of the Cumbermere Abbey Library. If you look close, you can clearly see a ghostly figure sitting in a chair to the left. He's said to be the ghost of Lord Cumbermere, who was a British cavalry commander in the early 1800s. I'm probably butchering his name, which I do to everything.
I have a question for Todd.
Yes, ma'am.
The older photographs like this, taken with the older cameras, were you more apt to get things like this to show up?
Great question.
And not be altered?
Your first fake photograph was done approximately 3 years after the first camera was invented.
Right? Oh man, I there's so many you see out there, from back in the day of the spirituals. Because the photography started right around the time the spiritualist movement was really
Absolutely.
taking off. And so then you get all the...
I know how easy it is digitally, but I wondered how easy it is to do it with that kind of film.
Actually, a lot easier.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Really?
Your ectoplasm photo is running a pencil eraser on a negative.
What about something like this where there's a figure of a person?
Double exposure.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
Transparent.
See, a lot of that happened even without faking it by accident, because the exposures took so long to burn in that if you weren't holding perfectly still, you would create a transparency. Sometime we get together, I can show you an example of a long exposure image. I can make anybody show up like a ghost in a brand new digital image without a problem.
Wow.
Well, back then they used to do a thing where people get their picture taken, and there'd be certain people that specialized in getting spirit pictures in your picture, and charge them, these poor people, a fee to see a dead relative or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then they'd be waiting in the background. Not even double them super exposed. Sometimes they would pop out behind them.
Oh, yeah, and that's all it was. All they have to do is step in the photo. It takes a minute for a full burn-in exposure. They stand in there for 10 seconds and step back out, and now you have a ghosted image because it's going to continue burning in the background.
Got something from Michael here. Said, just told my evidence something. We have a full-body apparition on a trailhead, Devil's Hole, Paradise Valley. What's that about, Mike?
Well, we got a new investigation site. Devil's Hole is in Paradise Valley, Pennsylvania, outside of Tobyhanna, not too far from where I live.
I've heard of it.
And it first came to my attention about 2-3 weeks ago when I was looking for a new site to explore. I don't like going to places that everybody goes to, so I try to find places nobody's going to.
Yeah.
So this one fits the bill. In 1954, there was a small village down there that was completely wiped out in one day and one night by a flash flood. About 400 deaths.
Yeah.
In one. And we got, from what I'm told, downstairs in the evidence room, a picture of a full-body apparition on the trailhead, and we haven't even gone down there yet. It's located the site just yesterday.
Oh my God! You got to get that picture to me, man.
I will.
All right, yeah, we'll definitely get that on next week, man. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next classic. Story Straight died in 1891, having been struck and killed by a horse-drawn carriage. Cameron's funeral was taking place some 4 miles away from where the photo was taken. So this was when his funeral was happening. (1963), Lord at Newbury Church in North Yorkshire, England. This one is believed to be the most controversial ghost photo of all time. And if this was more recent, photos might take it like, oh my God, you just put on a screen mask and hopped in front of the camera, or did a double exposure.
Yeah, it looks like the guy from Scream.
Yeah, I know. Standing 9 feet tall, this truly frightening figure even looks so good it looks real. Oh, I love this. Is my favorite ones right here. I love this one. I'm going to pause it. 1955, Town Hall in England caught on fire. As the building was being destroyed by the fire, and firefighters battled the flames, a local citizen, Tony O'Reilly, I say his name, decided to snap some pictures of the event. And here's the ghost right up here. You'll see her little face. There is an inferno going on behind her. That white light is flames. This is a fire. They're watching this town hall burn down. Yeah, the Fire Girl is one of my favorite ghost photos of all time, because I don't think
never seen that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have the Bachelor's Grove sitting on the tombstone one?
Yeah, I'll have that coming up. You know what? They didn't put it in this classic reel, but I have it in others. Trust me. In the photo, we can clearly see a little girl standing in front of the inferno, but no one remembered a young girl being at the scene. Again, it could be a double exposure and that, but you seem to see some of her behind the gate in that, which I would think would be hard to do. What's your thoughts on this one, Todd? I'd be interested to hear.
It's so hard to read on this, and I am the ultimate skeptic when it comes to the photos, because if I can do it, I know there's others better. So,
yeah.
And back then, it could be a double exposure. It could have been a failure to advance in a frame, and that's a picture of a face in the crowd. I mean, I'd love to see the images 10 before and 10 behind, because I mean that's where that kind of thing comes from. And it's I hate to debunk things or say no.
And you really can't. You can on this. It's so old now. I mean.
Yeah,
you have to really dig in information on it.
And that's the whole thing. Without having that evidence, give me the few frames before and after that I can see, okay, this isn't a picture of somebody's face from the crowd that was watching it burn.
Right.
Because the lighting...
Can you tell by negatives?
A negative, you can do the same thing, but it's...
You could tell if a negative was tampered with.
Yeah, the lighting on the face is coming in this case, from the right-hand side. And, yeah, it's just one of those, sorry, you can't.
Yeah, another story behind it is a ghost had haunted that hall. They didn't mention that in that video there, but she had haunted that hall. There was a number of sightings before that hall went down of that girl haunting it. So there's a little connection story to it as well. All right, this next one's another classic. It's this guy sitting here with her, and there's nobody. She's just supposed to be sitting with her inside that car. She's supposed to be by herself, and it's supposed to be her husband, I believe. In 1987, as Mrs. Sayer and some friends were visiting the Fleet Airman Station at Somerset, this photo was taken. The group thought it would be cute to take a picture of her sitting in the seat of an old helicopter. But no one, according to Mrs. Sayer, was sitting next to her in the pilot seat.
That one's interesting.
Yeah.
There's no features at all on that face. It's just.
And remember, I talked about that on our, probably our test broadcast, about how so many ghost photos you see, the face comes blurred. And I want to talk about that again really quick before we talk about this photo. My theory on that for a ghost photo where you get a photo where the face and the body is even blurred or the images are blurred, of course Todd would say, of course another grainy, not good looking photo, but if you were to make yourself appear in a photo, think about being a ghost, especially an old ghost from the 1900s or 1800s or earlier, they didn't have a lot of pictures of themselves, or none at all. And mirrors were not always around houses. Some people didn't even have mirrors. They were superstitious about them. So some people aren't as familiar with their faces. They know the clothes they're wearing. They see the clothes they're wearing. But if you were to reimagine yourself, if your whole image was made because of what your consciousness believes it is, you might not know your face well enough to project it. So that's one of my theories of why sometimes these, the faces come out kind of distorted on some ghosts.
Well, this one even has ghostly glasses.
Yeah, this is another classic, the backseat ghost. Taken in 1959, this horrifying photo shows a ghostly figure sitting in the backseat of a car. This was at a public event. I think this was some other story going on or whatever. Let me see. I got to remember this story on this one. I don't remember. I think it tells us. There we go. Story claims that Mrs. Mabel Chinnery was visiting the grave of her mother. She bought a camera. Okay, that was at a graveyard. She brought a camera with her to take a photograph of her mother's gravestone. Then she took
that looks like a man in the back, doesn't it?
Well, listen, she took this photo of her husband, who was waiting alone in the car. So she turned around after taking the photo of the gravestone, and she took a photo of her husband. There shouldn't be anybody in the back seat with them. We can't help but imagine
it's
how
another one with no clearer features.
Yeah, but this you can see the mouth, the nose, the eye, reflection of light on the eyeglasses.
I pick up everything there that's a face.
Goot's trying to join my phone video app, and he's got the wrong link. Hopefully he gets the right one.
There he is.
Ah, he's on? Cool, because I can't see where I'm at right now. Hey, what's up, Goot?
Hey, what's up?
Glad you could join us. We actually already showed your pictures. I'm sorry, because that was at the beginning of the show when we were showing all of our pictures and that. So we did show the hospital pictures, the thing going down the hallway.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right now we're going over all the classic photos. We're actually gone through 8 out of 10 right now. We're on this one here. Classic. Have you seen this photo before?
I don't know yet. Where'd it go? I just lost it.
All right.
Good. If you want to keep the screen up, click on Jason's little box at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
That way it doesn't flip around. You can always see my feed. Let me back this one up a little bit. Can you see the picture?
I'm working on it.
Okay, all right.
I'm trying to make it bigger. Oh, yeah, I'm aware of this one. I've seen it before.
Yeah, it's all we're doing. I'm starting off all the classic ones right now. We're doing. We've done like the Lady in Brown. We've done quite a few of the classics already, but we'll see them again too. Some of these ones pop up later in some of the other videos that have stuff that we haven't seen in this one, so we'll see them again.
This one's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Definitely. All the ones I showed tonight are some of the best, man, on this first video. I don't remember.
That was in the same vein as the old UFO footage of the guy that shot it with a Polaroid from his cab of his truck. It's almost it's almost kind of indisputable, almost. You know, it's well before the fakes could have come out and that sort of thing.
I see this one pop up all the time. This is Grandpa's Ghost. This was taken behind her. This is what I wouldn't have listed this one as my number one, but this is what they listed as number one here. Taken in 1997, this photo shows a grandmother who was moved to an assisted living at the age of 94. At the end of the first week, there was a picnic for the residents and their families.
Holy crap, it's Lurch.
Yeah, kind of. One of the family members took a photo of her, but seemingly her husband appeared in the background.
That's nuts.
All right.
That one I've not seen before.
Let's see. This one I'm going to speed through because it's 20 and it's like 12 minutes. So I'm going to see if we can find some ones on this one that we haven't seen. We'll see some ones that we have. The Hertfordshire Farm Ghost, number 20. Let me get rid of this thing, dang it. Pause. There we go. This amazing photo was taken by a photographer and his graphic designer, Neil Sandbach, in 2008. Oh, I thought I paused it. Come on now. Now it pauses it, of course. That's a creepy laugh.
Sorry.
That's a curious one, though.
Yeah. Amazing photo was taken by a photographer and his graphic designer. I don't like that it's got a graphic designer involved in this, but Neil Sandbach in 2008. Neil was photographing some scenic shots at the farm at Hertfordshire, England, as part of a project for a wedding stationery. The couple planned to have their wedding ceremoniously held there. Later, Neil was astonished when he examined the digital photo on his computer. There, as peeking around a corner at him, is a ghostly white, almost figure of what looks like a child. Neil says he's quite sure no one was there at the time.
I'm a little skeptical on that one.
Yeah, well, when you see graphic designer in the listed, it's kind of like, eh.
Yeah, and that one would be easy to fake with some glass and a woman in white and that sort of thing. So that one I'm a little skeptical on.
And 5 Photoshop experts went on a ghost hunting adventure. Amazingly.
Exactly.
All right, I've seen
this is what they found.
1975, Dane Breathelot and her husband and son were enjoying their yearly holiday at North Norfolk. It was hot on August day, and the family decided to visit the church and get out of the heat. Diane was quite unwell and took advantage of one of the pews towards the front of the church. She gave a quick prayer for better health as her husband took in sights and a few photographs.
We need the Jeopardy music.
Oh, we get back to that. There it is. So this figure here sitting behind her was somebody that's not supposed to be there. And you can they almost look like they could be slightly translucent.
That one's pretty believable.
Can you blow up these at least full screen? It might be a little better.
Better? Is that better?
Well, it flipped
Not
back
only
to
if you're
you.
a ghost.
Apparently, full screen is not working for screen share.
Not see it yet? I tried another setting.
No, it's just showing you.
Yes.
Okay.
Just see you.
All right. Is it back?
Nope. The look of confusion was perfect, though. So.
How about now?
No.
All right. Don't want to mess with that again. Let's stop the screen sharing. I think got stopped is what happened.
Hey, I think I see something behind you. No.
My dog, maybe.
Big, tall dog.
Gotta look. All right, do you see it? Not yet?
Full screen bad.
Yeah, full screen bad.
It's bad.
Judy's gonna pass out on us. All right, let's get all right, this must have been the couple that took the picture. And that's the church. Let's go to the next one. Phantom Pilot, we saw that. Saw that one. All right, we got one other one right here. Not sure what this one is. Wait for me to get to it.
See, the problem is I'm not the skeptic, I believe, but I'm really hard to convince.
Yeah. Victoria
I'm
Ivan.
the same way. I'm the same way.
Oh yeah. Victoria Ivan, I say that, 33 from Bale Herculane. I don't know how to say that either. I photographed my boyfriend in the hotel back home. I was shocked to see another woman's shadow in the picture. She looked like a priestess in a long white clothes. Another witness at a high school student called Alexandra said he and his 6 classmates went into the hotel late on one evening for fun. All of a sudden we felt a cold air and we saw a white silhouette close to us. We couldn't find our way out because we ran so fast. Local authorities have warned people not to go into the hotel because they say it's unsafe because of the building work. It sounds like the one. I bet it's this one coming up that we've seen. I don't know. This is a classic.
I've seen that one.
It's
Nice.
and it's hard to dispute. There again. It's hard to dispute something like that.
Somebody's making a bunch of noise. So, I don't know.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh, jeez, never do
I
that.
thought it was muted.
Hopefully I didn't mute anybody tonight. I think I got everybody safe. That one's hard to see on here. This was in Greencastle, Indiana. I remember this one.
Yeah. My old roommate from college was from Greencastle, and he told me about this place. And it sounds, and from the images that you see, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, the photos were remarkable result of a picture Guy took of one of the upstairs windows. The image of the vaporous pink ghostly woman is rather clear. Guy did not see the figure at the time he snapped the photo, but saw it only after the film was developed. An analysis of the film determined that the image is present on the film negative. The bottom right photo is a digital enhancement which reveals a skull-like appearance on the face. And go back. Let's take one more look at it.
I don't believe that's the only photos of that either. So I think there's other photos in existence. That this is one of the best ones.
It looks similar to a picture I saw from out west. They claimed it was Aaron Tate.
I don't think that this building, the farmhouse, is still standing though. I think it's been.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think it's been razzed.
Now, see, this is one that intrigues me more because when they're using bump mapping and it's still pulling those contours.
Right.
You can still see your face in that bump mapping too, the features and everything.
Yeah, it's a curious photo, that's for sure. This is probably the best image I've seen from that location.
Oh yeah.
You know, the curious thing that I wouldn't mind testing at some point when we have time is since that place has been razzed, going back to the empty vacant spot and seeing if there was some kind of residual, or because to me that seems like residual. That seems like a woman and belonging going to a window, and the other photos I've seen have been the same thing, and that's probably
there you go, Judy.
Either camera tricks.
Oh, there it is.
I think it's either camera tricks or it's just a trick of the eye on the window, or if it is a actual image, it's probably residual, I would assume.
Yeah.
I said, stop by the studio tomorrow, and we'll take 5 minutes and give you a ghost picture. I mean,
yeah,
it's just how easy it is.
Yeah, I mean, And you know, and that's what I always wondered about that, because there were always images in the window. So is there a street light there casting a shadow? Is there a, you know what I mean? And that sort of thing.
Matrixing too from Bad Class.
Right.
All right, so this is the one of our classics is the Bachelor Grove Cemetery photo.
And we actually recreated with Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have got that picture up here, darn it. Yeah. Darn, I didn't even think about
Couldn't
doing
see
that.
through me.
No. I never felt like you could see through her either, but her face looks distorted. Well, like I said, like that's a common feature. And if I can get to it tonight, don't let me forget, there's somebody else that recently been out to Bachelor's Grove and gotten some footage out there near that area. I got the video on my list, so hopefully we don't forget to play that.
I'd love us to be able to go back there again when there weren't so many people there.
Well, see, what would make this photo suspect to me is, without her being in it, what the hell are you taking a picture of?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point there.
It's absolutely, there's nothing remarkable there. There's nothing that somebody's going to point a camera at and go, "Oh, I need a picture of the side of this tree and that rock." It's just,
yeah.
Well, the thing
when
is,
I was there, I just took pictures of everything.
Right.
I just kept shooting
right.
different directions.
And that's what we do, So when we get pictures, that's the kind of setup you do have. You do take pictures, all over the place, for no reason but just to take a picture.
Randomly.
Let me read the little tagline on this. The photo was taken during an investigation of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery near Chicago by Ghost Research Society on August 10th, 1991. Several members of the GRS were at the cemetery, a small abandoned graveyard to the edge of the Rubio Woods Forest Preserve, near the suburb of Midlothian, Illinois. Reputed to be one of the most haunted cemeteries in the U.S., Bachelor's Grove has been the site of over 100 different reports of strange phenomena, including apparitions, unexplained sights and sounds, and even a glowing ball of light, which Ghost Adventures got that when they were there. They had the whole place cordoned off, and they got that ball of light, which was pretty cool.
Thing is, that these people were investigators, so they would be taking random pictures.
Right.
They wouldn't,
I'll
be
give
just
you
taking
that.
pictures of. Yeah.
If that was somebody's vacation photo or anything else,
that
was a ghost hunter group, then yeah, I can.
Here's some more information on it, Todd. GRS member Marie Huff was taking black and white photos with high-speed infrared camera in the area where the group had experienced some anomalies with their ghost hunting equipment. The cemetery was empty except for the GRS members. When developed, this image emerged, what looks like a lonely young woman dressed in a white sitting on a tombstone. Parts of her body are partially transparent. I guess towards her legs it's kind of transparent. The style of dress seems to be out of date. Looks like the 70s kind of to me, like her dress in it.
So that explains why.
Looks like she wore a nightgown.
I was thinking older. I was thinking more period, like 1930s.
Possibly,
30s,
yeah.
40s.
And that explains why they were taking a picture in that area, because someone probably got a spike or some kind of anomalous reading. So,
right. And I'll retract my snark.
No, it's cool.
But it's just so many times when you see these kind of photos, here's a picture of a window at a cockeyed Dutch angle for no apparent reason. Why the hell were you just snapping a picture of the site of a farmhouse?
Seen this one.
And that is a sequence of photos, because if it was they said high speed infrared, then that means it would have taken a sequence of shots. So I would like to see
the other shots.
Yeah.
And real quick, going back to that, the picture at the KOP hospital, which I don't know that it really was ever a hospital, but Goot actually took those pictures, and when you look at when you go back and review it, we looked at the picture right before that one, which was
and
just
I showed
a couple
that.
Seconds. Yeah.
I showed that. It's on the website, too, by the way. Our website's mwpparanormalsoup.com for anybody interested to go see some of the photos of our own that we showed tonight. They're posted up on that page. And I'll include some other ones I didn't get up there tonight, but mwpparanormalsoup.com.
Yep.
That also, if you go to that site, you can click on the Facebook link. That'll take you to Midwest Paranormal's Facebook page. And our Twitter link will take you to our Twitter page as well. All right, so let's see. Here's one you can see the ghost on the stairs. Kind of creepy.
I see like a hand. Is that what you're talking about?
Right here, right here, right here. You see where my pointer's poking at?
There's two hands. It looks
Yeah.
like a figure in a
Yeah, I
row.
see the hands.
Yeah, you can make out the form there.
Picture was taken by Ralph Hardy in 1966, a Canadian tourist who intended to photograph the Tulip Staircase in the Queen's House section of National Maritime Museum in Greenwich, England. Upon development, however, the photo was revealed a ghostly figure climbing the stairs, holding the railing with both hands. Many experts, including some from Kodak, could not find any evidence of tampering. Other figures have been seen on occasion in this vicinity of the staircase, and unexplained footsteps have been heard.
See, that one I find a little more believable just because of the age and the time frame
And Kodak looked at it. And Kodak looked at it.
Yeah, that's true too.
All right, we've seen this one, I think. Yeah. I've never seen this one. I don't really know the story on it. I'll have to look at the tagline. Let's see. Strange legend surrounds a railroad crossing just south of San Antonio, Texas. The intersection of the roadway and railroad track, so the story goes, was the site of a tragic accident in which several school-aged children were killed, but their ghosts linger at the spot and will push idle cars. So this is one that was on sightings. We'll push idle cars across the track, even though through the path is uphill. Some people believe the figure is a photo. Looks like a little girl with a dog sitting next to her. I want to say, I remember when I was a kid and I saw sightings, and they did the whole car getting pushed on over these railroad tracks, and they put powder down and got the fingerprints on the car. So when I was a teenager, I got this great idea to do that at Gravity Hill because they had some similar stories with railroad tracks there. And lo and behold, we did get fingerprints on the powder. And now this is becoming like in Michigan City kind of like an urban legend about, oh, I've heard people put powder on the car there and they got fingerprints. And every time I hear that, I'm like, yeah, that was me. I started that. I got that from the sightings
The thing is about that story, it's like an urban legend. Just about every state has a place like that.
Yeah.
And I know they've done a lot of studies, and they've always found out that it was an optical illusion. When they take a survey thing out there,
Gravity Hill is
it's actually going down still.
Yeah. But the curious thing is I've seen weird stuff out there. I had a blue glowing hand come through the car when we were driving down there once, and 3 other people in the car saw it. The person driving stopped and turned around and never would go back. So there's something weird.
Where was that at?
Gravity Hill. There's a weirdest thing.
I've never been there. I've never even heard of it.
We took the group out there once. I think with IGT we went out there.
Oh, I don't think I went. I never even heard of it.
We're gonna have to do that with after a meeting sometime.
A beautiful example of double exposure.
That's what I thought about it. But it's totally a double exposure. Yeah, and this guy's like totally into like some psychic stuff, you know. So they have Lord Cumbery, we know about him. We've seen that. All right, what's this? Is this about him? I don't know what this is about.
That looks like a Lord Cumbery to me if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, let me go forward. You know, we know Grandma. They did put her as number 1. I've seen this one, and to me, this is just this next one totally goes to the double exposure days of the early 1900s. But they say it's never been disproven. A woman named Mrs. Andrews visiting the grave of her daughter in a cemetery in Queensland, Australia in 1947. So it's later than the era of the double exposure stuff. So her daughter Joyce had died about a year earlier in 1945 at the age of 17. Miss Andrews saw nothing unusual when she took the photo of Joyce's grave marker. When the film was developed, Miss Andrews was astonished to see an image of a small child sitting happily at her daughter's grave. The ghost child seems to be aware of Mrs. Andrews since he or she is looking directly into the camera. You know, I'd hate to say it, I would not think a mother who just lost her kid a couple of years ago is going to fake some baby ghost picture.
Right.
It would just seem out of taste or something that somebody wouldn't do in that kind of situation. And I know they've looked at this photo. I've heard about this photo, and they say it's never been disproven. So, but to me, it does look like those old 1900 double exposure kind of things where they put somebody in the picture.
Can you shoot back to that picture?
Yeah, let me see. Oh, wait, hold on. Such nearby investigating the area. Certain premises. Said they found the two graves of two infant girls next to her grave. Let me go back. Cemetery ghost baby. There we go. It's translucent, like a double exposure.
It's weird how it's looking right at her.
Yeah. But you could take a picture of somebody taking a picture of their baby looking right at the camera, put it on there, and it looks just like that.
Well, you also have to remember that home developing wasn't a thing. This was being done usually at a lab somewhere.
Yeah.
Even then, so
it's not likely
at a lab, but
yeah. Here's classic brown lady again. We knew we were going to see her on this.
Do they hear you?
We lost Goop.
Uh-oh.
And he left a few minutes ago.
He might have got, I don't know what he was using, if he was using his phone. We had Jenny last week, her phone literally overheated, and that's why she got knocked off.
Oh, I was going to say, we never did find out if she ran out of data or what happened.
Yeah. All right, car accident ghost. This is their number one. And I've seen this a lot.
Oh, yeah. The angel.
Let's read the tagline. Hold on. It was a dark November night in 1988. 58-year-old Rose somebody help me say that last name.
Benvenuto.
Benvenuto. I butcher people's names, so being a talk show host is the worst thing when you butcher people's names, and I do it. People tell me their name, and I'll turn around and still butcher it. So was driving in eastern New York State near the border of Connecticut. She swerved to avoid hitting a stray dog, and the airbag inflated. She couldn't remember much else after that. By the wreck of her car, it's still difficult to imagine that anyone could have survived, let alone survive without a scratch. That car is mangled.
No kidding.
But Benvenuto did exactly that. She's convinced she wouldn't be alive if it weren't for the divine intervention. It's a miracle I did survive. She claims she saw a guardian angel come to save her. Sharon Boo, a photographer. By the way, one of you guys is not using headphones, so it's feeding back. So maybe turn your volume down.
That might be me. I just hopped on.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Sharon Boo is a photographer from the Paulding Fire Department, Dutchess County, New York. Captured the ghost what looks like an angel. As normal procedure, Sharon Boo photographed the wrecked car from several different angles, but it was only in one of the photographs that the unexplained figure appeared. Both Boo and Benito believe that the images in the photograph is an angel who saved Benito's life. Boo said, "I feel she had an angel looking over her shoulder." Well, somebody caught a picture and their last name's Boo.
Yeah.
Start the fact that it's a photographer. You know damn well you can't trust a photographer.
All right, let me get back. So there's some of the classics ones I wanted to show. Now we can get into some of the other ones that have been going around the web lately. Let me see. Hampton Court Ghost. Now this one's actually a video feed, but I count it as a photos because the video feed is so spaced apart. They're each basically photos being taken, in a
time-lapse stills.
Time-lapse, yeah. So here, let me pull that one up.
Question's been around for a long time.
See if we get some more of that footage. And the thing is, the security cameras the security alarms were picking this door opening up on multiple nights. On multiple nights,
I know that feeling.
the multiple. Yeah, you know that feeling. So they're getting these calls, and so they have cameras on it. And one night, finally, they'd see these doors open on the cameras and nothing be there. Then one night, the doors opened up, and then something comes out and closes it. But I think this video makes a good point about it. Here in a second.
It looks like it's wearing a medieval kind of a robe.
Well, wait, let him listen. Hold on, listen.
We're not actually hearing anything.
Oh, no?
Yeah, but there's the staff of the entire place in costume.
Right, all dressed like that.
Hey, Jason?
Yeah.
When you get a second, I just posted a picture to my wall on my Facebook page. It's been going around for a while. Let's take a look at that one.
All right, hold on. Let me find Josh. Oh, well, I was going to get to that. Yeah, I got that. Of course I got that one.
Ooh, wow.
And I don't really know the story behind it. I've seen it. And I mean, it kind of looks like a firefighter, but...
It looks like a firefighter to me.
They just stood there and watched the place burn.
Going through the training that I've been through, we wouldn't be in that.
No, and there wasn't nobody in there.
Wouldn't be standing up. Now they're rolling over.
No, they just let the place burn. They just took a picture of it.
Does look like a firefighter's hat, though.
Well, it almost looks more like a Western kind of sombrero type hat to me, but still, you wouldn't be standing in that. The heat at that level.
No.
Let me
I'd say it was a ghost of a firefighter.
Back when I used to run into burning buildings for free, I melted a few visors, so...
I thought I had that one on here, but actually it's probably... Oh, there it is. All right, here we go.
Oh, this was in Gary.
With Dolly Parton.
Wow, she looks just like Dolly Parton, that ghost.
She does look like a ghost, but...
This one just really creeps me out.
Well, you can go back to saying Matrixing or anything else there.
All right, seen that one.
See, that's where we have to talk about production value. We need to point some creepy red lights at you and stuff, or maybe just green. Anything that...
Yeah.
My wife wants to get a big green piece of fabric and put it behind me because you can do green screen with this, so I can have like a...
I've got like 4 of them. You want one?
Yeah, sure. All right, let's see. Let me go to another good one. I'm going to get some of the... All right, Peaches Geldof. She died, what was it, last year or the year before? Not long before her death, she had posted this on Twitter, this picture. Hold on, let me get the ad waiting.
Ghost hand.
Creepy.
It is creepy.
Ew, she shit herself in the bath. That's kind of gross.
Child's hand? That looks more like a child's hand to me.
You know what that is? That's Mr. Hinky, the Christmas poo.
Oh, that could be.
Did you say this lady just died? This woman?
Yeah, she died not long after this photo. The house has some creepy history to it.
What's the suicide girl it's talking about?
Well, with a name like Peaches Geldof, you know she was addicted
Can
to
you
drugs.
can you guys hear the audio from the Can you guys hear the audio from the video clip?
No, we can't.
No.
Very little.
Let me turn it up.
Just
How about
barely.
barely? All right. Well,
I can't understand any of it.
well, there was a suicide. A woman drowned and killed herself in the bathtub in that room, in that house. That's the history they found out about it.
See, I'm more intrigued by the one off there on the side of the 24, the ghost caught taking a selfie.
I'm gonna play that next.
That's more like the creepy stalker guy that came into your house, takes a selfie on your phone, and leaves.
There's a reason there's a reason this episode's called Paranormal Photo Bombs, because so many of these are like, I photobombed you, I'm a ghost.
Hey, guys, I gotta go.
You've only got.
Gotta be at tomorrow morning early. So
All right, man. I'll touch it.
Thanks you for sharing.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
No problem. Bye.
Bye.
You've only got 15 minutes for showing your photobombs.
Yeah, I know.
Selfies from the afterlife.
Selfies aren't bad enough.
Looks like David Bowie on a bad hair day.
Looks like an embryo.
Some kind of horrible pink thing.
Thundercats, ho!
The story behind this.
Horrible pink thing.
Hold on, guys. The story behind this, though, this picture is really interesting, and they talk about it here, and I don't know if people are here or not. I can hear it, but you guys say you can't, so let me tell it really quick. They were doing the Feast of Alms, and was it like Slovakia or something like that? It's to give feast respect to the dead. And the girl that you saw there in that picture just a second ago, she didn't go to it for a couple years, and she feels like this is her grandmother coming through on her phone, because it was at that time it's the Feast of Alms and she hadn't gone. It was her way of warning her that she should be doing this. And there's a snake. Snakes freak me out. This picture freaks me out because there's a snake wrapped around her neck, they say, in this picture. We'll get to it.
Holy crap, it's Voldemort.
I know. And it's got snake. Look, this is the snake right here. Can you see my cursor where it's
Yeah, I
pointing
see
at?
that.
That's supposed to be the snake wrapped around her neck, like it's like her punishment or her boundness to this work. I guess she was kind of a nasty woman too at times. So.
You know, I would have to see what a photo of her in life, and
Yeah.
you know, I mean that is a very distorted human face, and I'm not quite.
Yeah,
sure.
it looks like an embryo.
Yeah, I mean it could be a turtleneck.
You know, well, it's like there's like a portal, like it's a portal coming into her phone or something like that, and she's looking through it or something. I don't know.
Speaking of portals, and beyond the subject here, is anybody aware that they're going to perform an exorcism at BP in Whiting?
What?
I heard about that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I thought that was a joke.
No, apparently not. I posted it on my Facebook. There's a group that has decided. You gotta go type hunt for me. It's back earlier in the day.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
He not only butchers names, he can't spell them. There you go. Scroll down, but there it is. They're doing a exorcism, and they've decided that all the accidents and everything else that's been going on and having problems there are due to demons.
Wow.
Are they having
Man.
unexplained incidences happen there or something?
Apparently, they've had lots of unexplained incidences and problems in the last few months, and depending on which side of the political spectrum you want to listen to, it's union guys doing it, protesting them, hiring in people that aren't union. It's the union guys blaming non-union guys.
I got
this church is blaming demons.
Hold on, Todd. I got a guy that worked. I got a guy that worked with me that just went back to BP from the strike. So I'm going to ask him about this. What's going on? If he knows anything about this, I'm sure he'll let me know too, because he knows I'm into this stuff. He might be watching tonight because he actually subscribed to my channel. So let me read the article real quick. Could that be hellfire burning atop that refinery flare stack? Is it the pungent odor that hangs out over the BP Whiting refinery perhaps a sign of demonic possession? Reverend Billy and Stop Shopping Gospel Choir, a New York City-based street theater activist group, will see if the power of Christ can compel the BP Whiting refinery to be more environmentally friendly. Oh, wow. The group was the group was featured in Morgan Spurlock's produced documentary, What Would Jesus Buy? Okay, I got to see that. Plans and exorcism of the toxicity brought to the Northwest Indiana by BP. And I tell you what, I've heard some inside stories about BP through my friend, and there's some definite truth to this, man. These guys, Jesus or not, they get it right. All right, the exorcism will be from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sunday at Marktown Park on Broad Street, East Chicago. Organizers described the event as...
that was today. It already happened then.
Oh, yeah. We can find out what happened. Organizers described the event as a flash mob with singing Oh, did they come out and suddenly start jamming and singing in front of everybody like a flash mob? It's an exorcism!
How did this evade you? I figured you would have been on top of this one.
I did not see this today, and I was out. This came out today probably, so I was outside.
I saw this a few days ago, and I just blew it off. I thought it was some kind of joke.
Hey, if it's a joke, I want to know about it anyways, because this show's called Paranormal Soup.
Right, that's true.
Soup is humorous.
They're activists, but more theatrical way that just protesting with signs, said Becky Noteboom, who helped organize the event with the East Chicago-based artist and activist Thomas Frank, performing as the Baptist preacher with a gospel choir with the intent to spread awareness is more interesting than just numbers and facts. I think the numbers and facts about what they're doing to the environment are plain and simple enough.
Well, you talk about people like get dead up there within a year.
Well, I'm wondering if there isn't more to it as far as they had unexplained incidences, and I'm sure there's been deaths up there through the years.
Well, what I know about what's going on at BP is before this strike, they had guys in their mid-20s, late 20s going home and not waking up because they're not taking the precautions they should be with the workers.
Right.
And then they try to deny it and cover it up. They just died.
Well,
all right, let me see.
In the credit card world, I can tell you, I've been taking care of credit cards at liquor stores down the street from there, and know some of those guys head down there at lunchtime and buy fifths of whatever and hide them in their gloves and that sort of thing too.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
So, accidents do happen.
Let's see what else I can fit in. We got 7 minutes here. Let me see. Ghost any possession, sleep paralysis.
Yeah, see, now that's some of the creepy stuff.
Sleep paralysis?
Visiting experience, maybe an attempt by an entity to possess Brianna, or could it be the one onset of sleep paralysis? They took this picture while she was laying there. She was falling asleep.
Look, it's the same Voldemort picture.
Brianna shares this. At the time, my boyfriend and I had just bought brand new cell phones. They were the new Singular Blackjack. My boyfriend decided to take a picture of me, and this is what appeared in the photo. At first, it looked like a soul was coming out of my body, and we captured it on film. But after much study, we finally noticed that what looked like a face staring down at me. Some say it's smiling, others say it's snarling. I'm just a little worried because it's me, after all. And by the way, this isn't the only thing I've captured on film in our home. I'd like to see what else. Go back to... It's this here. I don't think it looks human, but
That's the only photo they've got of it though.
yeah, it's very blurry and everything on it.
Yeah, you're kind of reaching on that because that could be a thumb.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that right there.
Yeah, that's
I'd like to know the megapixels on that.
Right?
yeah.
0.5.
I'd like to see the frame by frame as well.
All right, here we got Japan Ghost. Let me pull that. Oh, dang it. Not full screen. God,
We can actually see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are photos from Japan.
So then, in other words, it's Gaki then instead of.
It's all remakes of the grunge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
That looks like Golem.
Hey, it's Uncle Fester.
Photobomb. Photobomb. Let me guess. It's gonna look like the grunge.
Yep, it does.
I think it's Grudge, not Grunge.
Grudge, whatever.
Grudge.
I hate that damn movie.
Grunge is Kurt Cobain.
We
Yeah,
got the Kurt Cobain stuff.
What?
Okay, who's giving the
What
kid
the
bunny
heck
ears?
is that? Yeah, bunny ears.
There was two faces. That's weird.
Like a poster.
Yeah.
That's a nice hand. That's a little creepy.
Yeah, coming out of the TV.
That's a hand. I don't know, and a face. Another little man.
Little girl playing the circle game.
A lot of hands. That's right by his crotch. What is it?
Well, remember, there are a lot of perverts in Japan.
Yeah.
That's the
Dude.
ghost called McJunkin.
Dude, they got vending machines that sell dirt. No, hold on. They got vending machines in Japan that sell dirty women's used underwear.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Dirty women's used underwear.
Yeah.
Not clean women's used underwear.
So when are we taking a ghost trip to Japan?
Yeah, how does that go?
My wife.
Oh man, I got the one with diarrhea day.
I dream of it actually. My wife had a dream once that I went to Japan, and she had to go track me down. I was there for something paranormal, whatever. I'm like, I wish.
Yeah, I would avoid Japan unless you feel like glowing.
Yes. Yeah.
I've talked to people in some of our online stuff that say
my wife won't leave me alone while we're on this, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off.
All right, man. Goot. It's almost over, anyways.
Bye,
You too, man.
Goot.
Good night.
have a good one.
Later.
Yeah, I've got friends in Japan that said they bought Geiger counters because they got them online because they're kind of illegal for people to even have. They got them online. They're like, yeah, it's still not safe.
Oh no, and they're trying to cover it up as best they can. I'm trying to think if I had anything else tonight. This is my Japan.
Well,
video.
I noticed on your when there was a list up there, it had the samurai feet.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's been going around. Did you show that one?
No, I haven't. Let's get that. Where is that at?
I saw it in that list somewhere.
Samurai feet?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a new one. This just came out just recently.
Yeah, there it is. That was also Japan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Japan's all about hands and feet.
Apparently. Definitely some kind of
legs there.
Creepy, burned up. See, if that was in Japan, that'd be more creepy to me with the whole concept of the nuclear bombs or just this Fukushima stuff. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, what's the paranormal after effects of nuclear explosion.
Well, yeah, exactly. You talk about a lot of people believe them being able to tap into power sources or energy and things like that, EMP fields or EMF fields. Well, what's a nuclear reactor accident leaving out there?
All right, well, it's midnight. I got one more video I want to show because I want to talk about maybe having this be our topic for next week. I don't know. I got to do a lot of research on it, but let me see if I can find it here. It's probably all the way down. Oh, where is it? No, thought it was in Paranormal Photos. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, I went based on a couple weeks back with the weird noises from the sky.
Oh yeah.
And it seems like lots of that really is attributing a lot of that to hoaxes.
Yeah, a lot of it is. I pointed out some of them I've been confirmed as hoaxes. Let me get down. Dang it! I know I saved this one. Come on now. Of course, the last one of the night I'm trying to find, and now I can't find it.
A topic you're going to have to come up with and run on is, since it's kind of a more local thing for us, is that house in Gary.
Yeah, there's this, it's all about Ghost Adventures owning the rights to that now. And
well, as soon as that footage started, I predicted that was going to end up a movie, and I thought the whole thing was a hoax.
Yeah, me too.
From the very get.
Yeah.
And then they come in and, oh, look, we bought the house. Uh-huh.
All right, this last one, maybe get your guys' opinion on this, but I really want to do a show on demonic possession. I want to do it because, not to say I was possessed, but I had my one experience with something very dark I felt like did try to possess me once in my life when I was 17, and I want to talk about that next week, and I do a lot of videos on that. So I'm going to play this video. I think this could be a kid playing, getting attention, but I find it interesting. It's going to definitely, if I do that topic next week, this will be one of the videos we'll play. So I'm going to play that, and then we're going to end the show. And it seems like they can see like a image, something happening behind them, but I don't know.
Well, if you do this topic, make sure you get Good on, because I know after we did Bell Gunnis, I know, because the reason he didn't come around for a while is he felt like something attached to him, and
yeah,
afterwards some bad shit went down. His mom ended up passing away shortly after that, and
when I had my experience, all kinds of bad shit happened to me at the same time. My band broke up, my girlfriend dumped me, my cat died mysteriously. It was just like a ton of just crazy, negative, bad crap in my life, and it all ended with this thing levitating me in my bed. And I don't want to get into the story tonight, but
yeah. So if you do that, make sure Goot's on next week. I won't be able to. The next time I can be on is it looks like July 5th, if you do a show then, because that's the day after the 4th, so I don't know what you're looking at.
Okay. Every Sunday, man, if I can do it.
Right.
Goop probably won't be on again for a long time because of his work. Only reason he was on tonight, just like you, is he didn't have to work tomorrow.
Right.
The only reason I do it at the time I do it this show is because of my my schedule. That's the only time I always have available, usually.
Right.
And you also like to make it hell for me to get up at 6 in the morning to take my daughter to school.
I didn't know you had to get up that early. Just had pulling his leg here.
Yeah, I think there's some leg being pulled.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The video I want to find for next week is a video that was shot by the Warrens. That one's haunted me for a long time, and I'm going to find it, and I'm hopefully going to be able to get that on here. And it's like the guy who his head splits open during the video, and his eyes
Oh
turned
my
to
God.
snake eyes. Yeah, and he ended up blowing. After that happened, he ended up blowing his wife's arm off with a shotgun and killing himself. So he was definitely disturbed. And there was definitely something evil happening there.
Yeah. Now there was one back on a paranormal show a long time ago that gave me the willies watching it. I can't remember the ghost scratching the guy on camera.
That would be from Sightings originally, and then in
Yes,
Haunting, and that is I'm trying to remember the name of the ghost. I think it's in Georgia.
That's the Sally House?
Sally House, that's it.
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Yes.
That's the one that was one of the original ones that made me go, whoa, hold on.
Yeah. The Sally House is classic. I actually knew somebody who stayed the night in that house. They were friends with the family the people that were involved. I worked with them, and when I was up in New Hampshire for 1 week, and they were telling me about staying there and that they were freaked that they never got scratched, but they thought they felt something all the time. But I'm like, well, you're in a famous haunted house. Of course, you're gonna feel like you felt something. But I'll let you guys go so Todd here can get up early in the morning and that. And thank you guys. Hopefully this show went without any hinges. Hopefully when I listen back, I haven't muted anybody. So hopefully everything's cool or kosher. I just noticed I got Josh. I don't know. That's your camera. Just said your camera's off, so that must have been you just doing that.
I don't have a camera, so
that's why. Cool. All right, so next week maybe demonic possessions. I haven't really decided yet. Unless you guys got some other cool ideas for shows, let me know. And anybody, if you have evidence you want to share on the show, email me at jbland midwestparanormal@hotmail.com. You can see it right here on the screen on the tag line below. You can also visit our webpage at mwpparanormalsoup.com, mwpparanormalsoup.com, and that will always take you to the live link of the show or old episodes. And eventually, when I have time or we able to have room in the episode, I will have people drop on randomly from a link I'll post there. Eventually, we'll get to that. So thank you guys.
And anyone in the Northwest Indiana area would like any more information about investigating, come to a meeting.
Every Friday, first Friday of the month, we do kind of change locations. Next month it's going to be at Todd's, right?
Yep, as long as we're not filming any movies or anything.
Right. June 5th at 6:30 Central Time, we'll be at Todd's Photo Studio, 711 Indiana Avenue, LaPorte. And we will have a meeting, we'll do some evidence review, and then we'll have a short hunt for everybody to kind of get a little feel of what the place is like. We only did 2 hours in the day, and we had weird stuff happening, so
there will
it'll
be
interesting.
No July meeting, just so everyone knows.
Right. So, all right, cool. Thank you, guys. Cue up the music here. End the night. The song is called Last Request. Thank you, guys. Hopefully next week, Sunday, 10 p.m. Central, and maybe demonic possessions. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Night.
One thing left to say, hold the hand that prays, all my thoughts ablaze, am I still awake? When you get the time, leave your soul behind, all the signs align, am I still gonna find? Go away where silence holds the day. Just knowing is where the living never on my I have just one request. I'd like to get the rest. I travel to the end and I let go on one When times are still, my pants along their will. Never found my fill of roasting and chill. What the world of past, all we can last. All that really comes of me, I
Thanks for joining us next week, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Sunday, every night. We'll do it. And one last thing. This is my son. He's going to leave you out with a Star Wars Imperial March. There you go. Go ahead.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I did it.
And he did. All right, guys. Good night. Talk to you next week.